today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to install LSPDFR and correctly, and with some plugins that you are going to need. Well, technically you don't need them, but they'll make it actually playable and worth playing. So not only that, I'm also going to go over the requirements, do's and don'ts, and basically this will be a video that you can always come back to if you're ever kind of confused about modding LSPDFR or really just GTA in general. This is going to be kind of an all-in-one video, but you guys think that, you know, I should probably separate it in the future? Let me know in the comments below. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Really quickly, normally YouTubers will tell you guys to just subscribe, and let's get right into the video.
Hello everybody and welcome to my Tips and Tricks videos 2014. Please subscribe and like and subscribe, and don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter. Check out my Instagram. Now let's jump right into this video, and don't forget to drop a like, everybody, before we jump into this video. Jumping right into it. Once you like it, after you like it, I'll jump right into it. All you have to do is... Anyways guys, let's jump right into this video.
But I'm trying to bring you guys daily top-notch content all the time, as always, and it would mean a lot if you guys did drop a like, because then it'll bring this video that's helping you guys to more people that need help with this, and it would also just help the channel out a lot. So make sure you subscribe. We're almost at 20k, so why not? If you want, it would help out a ton. But now, really, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so first things first, you're gonna want to have a clean copy of GTA 5. Basically what that means is freshly, like, no mods, nothing, you just downloaded it. It can't be pirated. Believe it or not, pirated copies of GTA pretty much don't work with anything, which kind of makes sense. So just letting you guys know, if you do have a pirated version of GTA, this probably won't help, and there probably isn't much you actually can do with that. Okay, so first things first, you're going to open up your browser, and you're going to want to search up, I don't know, WinRAR maybe, or basically anything that can extract files. So if it's this, or if it's another one that you guys might prefer using, it doesn't really matter. Either or will work. After that, you're going to want to search up OpenIV, offline setup download. Go to this website here on gta5mod.net. And you're going to want to scroll down until you see this specific download right here, the OpenIV setup offline. This is the one you need. Don't download this one. Don't download this one. And don't download this one. You need this one. The only one that says offline right there. So click on this. Shows whatever ad you might get. You can download it. I'm going to obviously not bother because I already have it, so I don't need it. Okay, so now that OpenIV is ready and installed, open up a new tab and search up scriptv.net nightly. And if you guys are semi-veteran modders in the GTA 5 community, you're going to be wondering, what do you mean nightly? I've never heard of that before. Well, some unfortunate news. Scriptv.net does no longer work with, like, literally anything. So if you're looking to mod GTA, well, scriptv.net is not the place to be doing it. You need to search up scriptv.net nightly. So once you do that, go to this GitHub link. Go to this right here, this zip file. You want to download that, and you'll be good to go. After that, you're gonna need scriptv. Just search up scriptv. Go on here, download this. Good to go. And next up, pretty important, search up GTA 5 mods. Go to this site. Go to the search bar and search up menu. Pick the first one you see. It looks like this. Click download, and then you're gonna be brought to a second download page, and with another button like this. You just want to click this, but make sure you always click on the first download link for any of these mods, because sometimes this download button could take you to an older version, like something over here. It wouldn't be compatible and it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't make your game crash most likely, but it definitely wouldn't pop up. Now that you have that, you can do pretty much anything you need. Trust me, when you're doing LSPDFR stuff, having a mod menu is super helpful, because sometimes you might want to change the time of day, teleport somewhere, and just spawn things in, maybe delete stuff, who knows. Either way, it comes in handy. And if you guys are wondering, once you install this, to actually activate the mod menu, it's just F8 on your keyboard. That's it. Very easy. Okay, so you pretty much have the basics, and now you're wondering, well, what about LSPDFR? I want to download that. Great, glad you asked. Now we're going to search up, not that, LSPDFR. We're going to go to their homepage. All right, so you're going to see the download button right here. Once you click LSPDFR, scroll down a little bit, you'll see download LSPDFR version 0.49. Click that download link, and once you install this and extract it and do everything that you need to do, after that point, all you actually have to do, it's going to ask you for a manual install or automatic, I believe. Just do automatic. It's the easiest. So once you install that, that's it. That's all you got to do. It's very easy. Now, another thing you're going to need, this is super important, is Rage plugin hook. Get another tab going to search up Rage native UI. So now that you are at Rage plugin hook, you're going to go to downloads for GTA 5, and you're going to download Rage Plugin Hook. Rage Plugin Hook is how you're going to be running LSPDFR. Without this, you can't play it. All right, so once you do that, go to GitHub again to this link here, go to Rage Native UI, extract it. And if you're wondering, wait, what about ScriptHook-V, ScriptHook.net, and Rage Native UI, and so on, where do I put all this stuff? Well, it's easy. Open up your files, go to GTA 5, or if GTA 5 is on your desktop, where you can see all your applications, right-click it, and go to Open File Location, and then you want to drag all this stuff in the game's directory. And now what that means is, when you open up the file location, everything you're already looking at, just drag everything into there. Not into a folder, just drag it into everything that you can see. That's it. Like find a blank spot on the right and just drag it in. That's all you gotta do. Okay, so the first thing you want to do after you install Rage Plugin Hook and put all those files in your directory, you're gonna want to take OpenIV and, well, open it. And then you're gonna want to select Windows on Grand Theft Auto 5. Wait for it to start up. You should see a window kind of like this, and basically what you're going to do in this window is, well, pretty simple. All you want to do is make sure you go to your Tools, ASI Manager, and when you go into ASI Manager, it's going to say ASI Loader and OpenIV.asi. Install both of those. You don't need to worry about Open Camera. That's not needed. Once that's done, you want to go into Edit mode, just like this. Hit Yes, and you're going to want to go to New, Folder, create a folder called Scripts. So just like this, SCRIPTS. That's not a P. Just like that. And then hit OK, create a scripts folder. And if you're wondering, well, how do you get a mods folder? How does that work? Basically, once you start installing things like plugins, like it could be extra callouts for things to actually happen in LSPDFR, when you go to put them in here, which is where you'll be doing this, and I'll show you guys, it's going to give you a path. And what a path is, it's this here. This is a path. So it'll say in the file, it'll say, like, I have a readme file, and it'll say to go x64 audio x. That is this right here at the top. That's the path. So whenever you see a readme file with a mod and it shows you a path to go through whenever you're installing anything, it'll have the same thing, but in the readme file. So always look for that. Obviously, I don't need one of these, so we're not going to worry about this. And if you're wondering again, how does the mods folder work? Well, so once you put those plugins into your game, so as you're starting to go through the path, say a mod or a plugin for LSPDFR, or maybe it's a graphics mod, says first you got to go to Update, x64, CPACs, etc. Once you start adding stuff in here, you'll get a big red error on the top of your screen, and you want to click Copy to Mods folder. That'll create a mods folder. So anytime you're wondering that, oh, well, what do I do now? If a mod's telling me, or a plugin is telling me to go to Update and go to x64 DLC packs, but in here I don't see patch day 8. Well, that's easy. Scroll down to the bottom, patch day 8, go to DLC RPF, and it'll tell you to copy to mods folder. And why are you copying the mods folder? Well, because if anything ever goes wrong, you can just hit delete on your mods folder, and that's it. You're good. If you have a fresh wiped version, you can just, yes, you have to do it all over again, but at least you don't have to worry about your game not working, and it's a lot easier to do that than manually trying to remove everything, since doing it through here would be like remotely kind of impossible, or at least for most people it'd just be really tedious, and it'd be a lot faster to just delete your mods folder. So that's about it for that. Okay, so we got that all covered. Now we're gonna close all these. What is the next thing? Oh, we're gonna go back to our browser here. After you guys have installed everything and followed all the steps just as I've shown you guys, we're going to go to Downloads on LSPDFR, and you guys are going to go to Scripts and Plugins. Now, right off the bat, so what this is, basically all of these are things that are going to make LSPDFR worth playing. So, and I'm being as polite as possible about this, but base LSPDFR doesn't actually have a lot you can do other than a very, very few amount of super basic robberies that you can jail some NPCs, and that's kind of about it. There's really not much else. That is, quite frankly, what base LSPDFR is. That's about it. You can go on duty, choose your crop car, and that's pretty much it. You pretty much need plugins. These are like required. So for one, if you want to have a seatbelt mod, so say you get into a crash and you don't want to go flying out of your window, it'll probably tell you to press your B key or something. You'll hear a little sound effect of your seatbelt being buckled, and then that wouldn't happen. Restrain the Deceased allows you to secure people that are deceased. This is another type of plugin that I was talking about. So Crazy Pursuits would basically just add more insane pursuits. So car chases, and it would just kind of make those more in depth. I've never personally used this one, so for all I know, it adds like unrealistic ones. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it doesn't. I guess you could read the comments for it. It does have a decent amount of downloads here, so it's probably pretty good. But yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff here. We got robbery callouts. We got a standalone AFK kick 5M. Of course, this is only for 5M, so I just want to be totally clear. If anything says it's for 5M and you're obviously doing this for single player, please don't download this. This is not for that. This will probably make your game bug out and actually break. A search vehicle plugin, which I actually have built into mine, which actually, no, this might be built into my Stop the Ped plugin, but either way, this would allow you to search vehicles, which is pretty cool. Riskier traffic stops. I personally have this one. This is personally a very, I keep saying personally, but this is a very fun plugin because sometimes when you're pulling people over, they might decide to get out of their car and pull a gun on you, and it can make for some really interesting pullovers, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Obviously, there's a bunch more super callouts. This is another one that I have, and there's just a bunch more. There's obviously like a lot of pages here, but yeah, definitely go check some of these out. But if you guys are wondering, well, now hold up, I came to watch this video to see what so I came because I saw your LSPDFR videos, and I want to know what kind of plugins you have. Well, I'll leave a link to all of them in the description below, and you guys can go check them out. So let's get to installing some plugins. So how does it work? Well, let's say we want robbery callouts. So you click on the title of it, it'll bring you to this page, and you'll see a download file option. There's also a bit of a little kind of a about section here that you guys can read up on what it pretty much adds. This adds 8 new callouts to your game, which is a decent amount, especially when that's getting mixed with like all of your other plugins that you'll end up installing that add other callouts. So trust me, 8, that's a lot. So we're gonna hit download, agree and download. Give it just a second. It'll download in about 2 seconds, and it's done. So what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna open this file. So what you guys are gonna do is go click on this file. You're going to extract all of these just like this. Now you can obviously just close the downloads, and you want to take this file right here, drag it to your desktop, exit out of this. Boom. You don't need this anymore. This is the only thing you need. So you want to open this up, click File Explorer. Go to Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, if you're like, wait, I don't see this right here. Why is mine like this? You just go to desktop. If you have GTA on your desktop like this, find GTA, right click, open file location, boom. That's all you gotta do. So let's just make this a little bit smaller. All right, so the way this works is we go to the very top. You're gonna wanna go to plugins because this folder obviously says plugins. So you wanna go to the plugins, and then this folder says LSPDFR. This one in here also says LSPDFR. All this stuff's going to be here, by the way, when you install LSPDFR. Not this stuff, because, well, actually this will be, but not this. I downloaded this separately, same with this stuff, so ignore that. But you're going to want to go to LSPDFR. Take these two. You can select both of them, drag and drop. That's it. It's done. You now have those 8 new callouts to respond to. Now, the plugins that I'm going to be giving you guys the links to in the description are pretty much required. So what I just showed you, in order to download the robbery callouts one, that's all you're gonna have to do for the rest of them. So if you want to go play back the video just to see how the steps went, feel free. But traffic policer, stop the ped, riskier traffic stops, LSPDFR plus, grammar police, which lets you talk to dispatch using your mic. Pretty cool. You don't have to. It has also a built-in feature for you to do it over a radio that you don't have to speak, but it makes things a lot easier and a lot more immersive. Menu, custom pullovers. Compulate is very much needed. The accent signal is just a body cam mod. You don't have to. I just do it because it's pretty cool. Arrest manager, you're gonna want all this stuff. Vocal dispatch. So yeah, so go check these out. I'm gonna have links in the description. Highly recommend you go and check those out. Now, if you do download a plugin that has an audio file, you don't go to your plugin section. You're gonna go to LSPDFR, which is in your directory where you got all your other stuff. You're gonna go to, where's it? LSPDFR and audio. And usually if the file says scanner, open it and then go to scanner and then just whatever's in there, drop it in here. That's all you gotta do. That's it. Okay, so we just modded LSPDFR. Now what do we do now? Like we just did all that. How does it work? Well, now just double click Rage plugin hook. It's gonna load for a second. Just give it a moment. Mine might take a little bit longer than your guys's because I have like graphics mods and stuff installed with a lot of plugins. So just uno momento. If you want, while it's loading, you can hit the little gear icon, give it a second, go to your plugins, and you'll see them here. So you'll see my body cam mod and LSPDFR. Hit save and launch, and then of course, as everything is loading, give it a second. By the way, if you guys are wondering about the graphics mod I'm currently using, because my game is starting up a lot differently than yours is going to, it is Natural Vision. It is a roughly 12 gigabyte graphics mod that you can install pretty easily, but just to be clear, it is kind of an intensive graphics mod. It's, so, you know, download at your own risk, okay? Oh, one quick tip that I want to give you guys that nobody really ever says in any of these types of tutorial videos for modding GTA is if you are downloading any file and it has an OIV, like .oiv in the name or in the folders, your life just got 10 million times easier. All you have to do for that mod, now a lot of mods like that could be like realistic gun sounds, adding new cars. All you have to do to actually get that mod installed is in OpenIV. At the top, you'll see a tab called Tools. Go to Package Installer and then select the .oiv file, and that's all you have to do. It's in your game. That's it. Like, nobody for some reason ever mentions that in any of these types of tutorials, and I had to find it out basically just by figuring out how to mod. I don't know. I'm sure there's some tutorials that mention it, just none that I've ever found. So yeah, most of this that I'm explaining I ended up finding out on my own anyway. But yeah, so we're gonna the way you'll know your Rage plugin hook worked is it'll say story mode with Rage plugin hook. So hit start. All you gotta do. Give it a second. It's gonna have a Rage plugin hook pop up on your screen saying initializing game support and just a couple other things. You'll also know LSPDFR worked because it'll also tell you that LSPDFR is loading as well. So give it a second. Any moment now, it should be telling us that LSPDFR was loaded, and there it is. There's our accent signal and LSPDFR. So if you're ever wondering why yours is taking so long, one thing I gotta say is make sure GTA is installed in your C drive and not your D drive. It'll load a lot faster. Another thing is if you have a lot of plugins, it's gonna take a bit to load because it's got a lot to load into GTA in like real time. Because even once it's loading this stuff into your game as you're loading up, once you're in game and you start moving around, it's still got to like kind of sort a couple things out. So just be patient with it. Give it the time that it needs to pretty much just run everything properly. Now again, this is going to take a bit because I'm running a bunch of stuff on my LSPDFR, but the wait is totally worth it, and it's a lot better than your game just simply not loading at all. Alrighty. Apparently my character was parachuting or something. I keep getting that every time. So as you can tell, custom pullovers, loaded up arrest manager. It's been loaded successfully. Assorted callouts has been loaded successfully. Everything has been loaded successfully. And by the way, if you guys did what I said and you actually downloaded menu, this is why I wanted you guys to download menu. So if you don't want to download any extra like E-type menu outfit mods or plugins for LSPDFR, just open up your menu. If you're wondering why mine opens up two menus, ignore that. That's something totally different. Basically, you can go into your player options, go to wardrobe, and you can set up the clothing as needed. Do not touch this one. It'll most likely crash your game. Just if you're like, well, what about hair? Just do these. You can go to torso and you can switch through everything. And once you make an outfit that you're happy with and you figure out how that works, because it takes a while to get used to the clothing in a mod menu, it doesn't matter what mod menu you're using. What you can do is go to wardrobe outfits and hit save outfit to file, name it something. And then of course I have this one. I made a BCSO outfit that I'm not gonna lie, kind of like, as well as an LSPDF, as well as an LSPD one, which I also kind of like. By the way, if you guys are wondering how I have all this clothing in the game without having to download any extra clothing mods for LSPDFR, that mod will also be linked in the description. If you want your game to look like this and have all this stuff, read the description. Other than that, that's pretty much it. There's not much else. I mean, if you did download all the mods that I told you guys to, if you hit G, you can look at your stop the ped. If you're wanting to know how to actually pull over any car, you have to hit shift. So if you're in a car and you're driving behind a car, turn on your sirens with E, and then you want to hit shift at the same time, usually with your pinky, which would probably make the most sense. It'll stop them, they'll pull over, and yeah, everything else is pretty self-explanatory. If you download the hit C, you can pull up a radio, and you can use your arrow keys to switch through different pages. Like, of course, maybe you don't want to use your microphone to tell dispatch stuff like this. Dispatch, show me available. And then dispatch will make me that my status is available, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. But you don't have to do that. Maybe you don't want to use your mic. So you can just hit busy. And now you're busy. Or back to available. Or maybe you are on an investigation for something. Okay, wow, we have already gotten a call for illegal immigrants in a truck on the Sonora freeway. So yeah, anyways, you guys can tell it's crazy. That's why you want to download all these callout mods as well, because they're going to give you stuff like this, because base LSPDFR does not have any of this at all. So something I wanted to show you guys is base LSPDFR actually does have something kind of cool, and it's this. You hit M and you go to your inventory, you actually pull out a ballistic shield. And yes, it's not just fancy for looks, it really does stop bullets, and you can also shoot your gun with it as well. It's actually kind of cool, not gonna lie. And if you're wondering how to put it away, just open the menu again by hitting M, go to inventory, remove. You can also place evidence markers, which I like to do a lot whenever I'm there's a shootout or something. But yeah, pretty much that's about it. Oh, if you guys are wondering about my graphics mod, you can't really see it right now because it's nighttime. It's extra sunny, and yeah, this probably looks a lot more different. Honestly, it looks more noticeable in different areas. As you can tell, like the textures of things are all different as well. But if I go to overcast, I mean, this just looks incredible. Like, this is just, oh, and the clouds are volumetric, kind of cool. Anyway, I'm not trying to show off. I'm just, you know, it's fun. Yeah. Anyway, without further ado, that's about it for the video. It is really important that you guys drop a like on this video because not only does it support me and the channel, obviously this video getting likes is going to be shown to people that have the same interest as you guys who are trying to find this video so that you can learn how to use LSPDFR, how to download the right plugins, and how to just obviously download LSPDFR. That's why it's important to drop a like on a video, because it shows YouTube's algorithm that the people this is targeted to is actually good for them. So it's up to you guys. Also, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did the video help you? Did it not? Maybe you guys think I should improve upon something. I am totally open to any form of critique. But yeah, other than that, I'll see y'all later. Have an awesome day. Peace out.